Hey there friends, welcome back to my channel. This is Dominique from the Pixie Planner, and today I'm going to do just kind of a brief run through of how I would close out the month of February in preparation to set up my budget for March. I have had a lot going on the past few weeks, so I've been really not good at my budgeting, and part of me wanted to really just totally give up and quit for the month of March and just start over in April, because I'm very much a perfectionist too. So if I mess up, sometimes I tend to give up if it's not exactly how I wanted it to be. I do have the tendency to just give up sometimes, but I told myself I was not going to do that. I am going to keep pushing forward because I'm still fairly new to the budgeting kind of thing. I didn't want to break the progress that I've been making. So this is going to be real stuff that I'm showing you. And because I have had a couple questions on, sharing my, mess ups, my slips, and just being, real life stuff, I want to show you guys that, and also walk you through, kind of talk you through how I am going to get back on track. So with all that being said, let's just open up here. So I'm going to flip to February. Okay, so here for February, I have all of my bills that have been paid. So with my last paycheck, it's going to pay the bills at the end of the month and for the beginning of March until I get paid on the 8th. So when we talk about closing out the previous month, this was something that was totally new to me. And first off, I'm going to show you how I slipped up this previous month. So I tried so hard to stick to the cash-only system. Before I got into this budgeting method, was strictly a debit card user, and it got the best of me this month. So this expense tracker is all my checking account. I actually didn't use any of my cash that I withdrew from my checking account, and don't ask me why. It was a really tough couple months, and I went into big time spending mode. The purple that you see here is all of my hobby stuff. So my planning, which is my major hobby, I really took off with buying stickers, buying planners, buying, pens, just to make me feel better. And looking at this, it makes me sad and bummed to see that I let myself, fall back into old habits. But we're all human. It happens. There's a new month to start. And even though I didn't start off great for the first few days in March, I am definitely going to get back on track, and I have. So when closing out February, I was just working with my checking account here. And so what it is at the end of the month, so you keep track of your expenses the whole month of February. On the 28th, that is your final day of spending for that month. So March 1st would have been where I look at my account and I see how much money I have in my checking account. And so that will be the starting, let me get here. That will be my starting balance for March 1st. So up until February 28th, that was strictly my February spending. So now we're starting March 1st, And on March 1st, I had this amount in my checking account. So that would allow me to close out my information that I had for my February spending. And now I'm starting new. So being that this is from my checking account, I then do the same thing for my cash envelopes. So on March 1st, I had $300 total in my cash envelopes. So that is going to be my starting balance. And so from there on, this is where I keep track, or I will start keeping track again, of all the money I'm spending for my cash envelopes, everything that is going in and out of my checking account. So I definitely, fell off the wagon again the first few days of March. We unfortunately had to put Maggie down on the 1st. So this definitely took us for a loop. I'm going to go ahead and have to rearrange my cash envelopes because she was one of the envelopes that I kept on hand. So I'm going to have to make some adjustments, and I did let myself go a little overboard with spending out of my checking account. But life happens and you just kind of take it as it comes. I totally sound like a Debbie Downer right now. I'm so sorry. But I just wanted to share with you real life. Life happens. Shit happens. Sorry. But with me being someone who can easily give up because it's not done perfectly and exactly how it's supposed to be, I know there's so many of you out there that are the same way. And I'm not going to let it get me this month. March is just a few days in. I'm going to get my ass back on track. And I have started getting back on track. So, when I was ready to just give up, I was like, nope. I started this, budgeting journey. I'm sticking with it. So, this is where I'm starting with. So when I get my check on the 8th, I'll do another video and I'll go ahead and show you, like I have in my previous ones, how I, break down all my monthly bills and my the envelopes that I'll be using, and then kind of savings and all that. So I'll go through all of that for my my March 8th paycheck. But I wanted to give you a glimpse here on, what's happened over the past few weeks. And as far as closing out for a previous month, that definitely can be a little tricky and confusing at first. But when you think about it, it's pretty easy. You're keeping track of your spending up until that very last day of the month. So, if it is to the 30th or 31st, track it all. And then on the 1st, that is when you are going to your following month and starting all over. So that ending amount in your checking account on the very last day of the month is going to be what you start with for your following month. Okay. And this is where it's just super handy for me having it pen and paper. When it comes to digital, it's great for some things, but my brain, it's not as real to me when it's digital with something like this that is so complex and has so many moving parts. So this system has just been so wonderful for that specific purpose too, to make it more real. So that was just a quick run through of, what I'm starting with for March for this new month. And, the struggle is real when it comes to budgeting. I know many of you are struggling with it too. So I hope this was helpful and motivating to kind of keep yourself on track. Even if you're a perfectionist and you slip up, don't just throw it all out the window. You work too hard to get yourself to a certain point. Just keep going with it, modify it however you need to. And that's exactly what I'm going to be doing for the starting point of March. So again, I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, please leave them down below. I'll do my best to answer them. And if you haven't subscribed already, I would love it if you would, and come join us, be part of the family. And I will see you guys again very soon in my next video. Bye.